Hello everyone, it's Thomas Jujubee, and as I'm sure you know, Kamen Rider Build has had its finale recently, and the next Kamen Rider is now starting soon. Build has been a great season, starting with great momentum and delivering great stories, characters, and suits. Today, I'm going to celebrate the ending of what will probably go down as one of the most beloved Heisei riders, by looking at the path the series has taken ever since it was first announced, and giving my review for the season. So, let us begin by stepping back into 2017. Kamen Rider Ex-Aid was the Rider series airing at the time. It was nearing its finale, and nothing was really being speculated on until June 5th, when it was revealed in the standard copyright fashion that our next season would be called Kamen Rider Build, and that's when the speculation began. Like most people, I thought our next rider would be based on construction, going off of the name. Once the first look of Build was revealed in an image, we naturally got even more rumors that were very different. A look at the antenna made people believe that Build referred to model kit building, and that they were a screwdriver and a knife. The silhouettes of bottles were supposed to be paint bottles, giving Build the red and blue forms that were shown in the first image. July 12th, Special Form 12 would translate the first extensive list of possible toys. The World Driver would be the transformation device of Kamen Rider Build, Pain, and Spike, turning them into their junk custom base forms, and they would use the material bottles inside of it. However, the next day, some more toy rumors would be released that contradicted the previous rumors. They said that the Build Driver would use the full bottles to turn Build into his forms, with the base form being Rabbit Tank, and the others including the likes of Gorillamon, Line Cleaner, Rocket Panda, and Nin Nin Comet. As crazy as the rumors seemed, I started to believe they might be true once I took a look at the first look image for Build, and could see his antenna as a rabbit ear and a tank turret. The next day, when I checked YouTube, I was greeted by many videos all about one thing. Kamen Rider Build had been revealed. Everything from the rumors I had seen the previous day were true. The base form was Rabbit Tank, the full bottles used in the Build Driver gave access to other crazy forms. From there, Build news just snowballed. We got the toy catalog scans showing us the secondary rider and the first upgrade form. TOEI later gave us the first official looks at the suit along with magazine scans for the Ex-Aid movie, and rumored toy synopses began coming to light. What did I specifically remember was this one, which was definitely interesting. Funny enough, the idea of two builds mentioned in this came in very later on in the series. Once again, nothing could truly be confirmed until a trailer dropped with the press conference for the show, and it gave us a sneak peek at Build's transformation, the villains, the allies, the basic story, and the cast. Along with that, dropped a sample of the theme song and the Rabbit Tank transformation. Both weren't very long clips, but they stayed in my head for so long and were very catchy and made me very excited for the show. Add to that the announced crossover movie with Ex-Aid and Build's run-in with Kamen Rider Genom, and yup, it was sad to see Ex-Aid go, but I was very excited for Build. So when that first episode debuted, man did I enjoy it. It was a great start to the show with the right amount of mystery, character moments, and, well, everything. I think everyone enjoyed it as well, and this first episode started a momentum for the show that didn't stop for a very, very long time. It was great to see Sento and Ryuga begin to unravel the mystery between Ryuga's framing and Sento's amnesia. I was expecting that amnesia arc to last a large majority of the season, but we discovered Sento to be Takumi Katsuragi very early on, as soon as episode 15. And of course from there, we simply just got more great moments with Sento, realizing that he is the cause for all of this, the cause for the Rider System's creation, and the many wars that happened in the show. When you take into account the flashback that we got of Sento's first Rabbit Tank transformation, you realize that he has really changed from the start of this conflict to the end. And he's just one of many characters that drastically changed as the show went on. Kazumi, Kamen Rider Grease, started out as the typical third rider anti-hero, and as the Hokuto War went on, and his friends died, we saw his conflict over the loss of them, and it came to a head in episode 46 and 47.
And he died? Kind of?
Gentaku had a bit more of an arc, starting out kinda like Kamen Rider Genom as the ally that no one really trusts, and for good reason, because he was revealed to be Night Rogue, cast out from the country until he later returned as Kamen Rider Rogue, and even later joined the side of good with some more added comic relief. The girls in the series honestly didn't change that much, but they were fun characters as well. Misora acted kind of like the sister to Seno, telling him when he was going too far, and acting kind of like his conscience in some cases. And Sawa was just there. She didn't really do much other than be a spy twice. But my two personal favorite characters were the aliens of the series, Ryuga and Evolt. Ryuga not only had the best suits of the season, mostly, but he also had some of the best moments and growth, starting off as the brash, careless runaway that was only looking out for himself and trying to clear his name, eventually becoming the selfless, determined Kamen Rider that, well, is still a bit brash, but that's one of his best traits. Evolt, our villain, will most likely go down as one of the best Rider villains, and at the very least, he's probably going to go down as one of my favorites. What makes him so great is that he's been here from the very first episode, and while he hasn't been a villain the whole time, he's been pulling the strings the whole time. Sentoragi may be the reason for the Rider system and its power-ups, but Evolt is the reason for Sento entirely. He's also very charismatic and just a joy to watch and hear. The plot of the show was also very cool. The beginning was your typical Kamen Rider, let's collect all the gimmicks and beat the monster trope, until all 20 original full bottles were collected and Bloodstock was revealed. From there, the season got a lot more serious and mature, with a lot of death happening and people dealing with the consequences of war. The lead up to the creation of the Evolt driver and Evolt becoming unleashed was also great, and I really enjoyed the Evolt arc when he's just body snatching and playing with everyone, really. As great as Build was, there were some problems with it, of course, nothing's truly perfect. I felt like the season's plot just kind of repeated itself halfway through. The Hokuto War arc started with a brand new, stronger rider and the opposing country invading Toto. Then it ends with a representative battle between Build's new forms and the new rider. Then Saito begins to invade Toto with their new rider, and the war ends with another representative battle between Sento's new forms and the new rider. These were both not bad at all, and it's not like it was bad watching them, but it just kind of felt like a repeat of the same thing when you just think about it a little bit. Along with that, some reveals in the season weren't entirely on point in the sense that everyone pretty much predicted it right before it was revealed, and even way before that. Sentoragi, Gentorogue, Evolt, etc. All of that was pretty much predicted way before the reveals, in some cases right when the magazine scans were dropped. It's not that it was a bad end to the theorizing, but like right before they revealed something, I was just kind of like, yeah, I already knew that because like everyone else speculated on that. And it's also in some cases the fault of the teasers at the end of an episode. Those revealed way too much in some cases. Lastly, relating to the ending, I was expecting to talk some negative things about the ending here because the black and white panels along with the lost bottles for me personally just came a little too far out of left field to be our finale causing devices. But I'm gonna be honest, this finale was really satisfying. It was really good. It was a great way to end the show, having Sento go after Ryuga and then creating the new world where everyone doesn't remember Sento and you kind of feel sad and you're like, oh, well, I guess they defeated Evolt and that's all that matters. And then the real Ryuga comes out and then the Beta 1 starts playing. I'm like, oh my god, why? How could you do this to me? And then they reveal that the whole show is like, they're recounting the whole thing. So, oh man, that's too good. And it, like, not only is it a meta joke, it kind of explains the introductions too. I mean, just the ending was super great. The panels kind of came out of nowhere, and some people's alliances just kind of flip-flopped over and over. But I have to be honest, this ending was really good. I really enjoyed it. The only problem I have is that the panels coming out of nowhere is just probably so it works with Geo. So sad to see that Build had to suffer a bit to fit with the next Kamen Rider series. But this is the first time Kamen Rider series are having some like continuity here, because the Ride Watch was shown at the end and they don't do anything with it until Geo. So good on you, Build, for having some continuity now with other Rider series like they normally don't do. And again, this was a great ending. Some negatives, but really great. Honestly, other than that, I truly enjoyed my time watching Kamen Rider Build, and there's not much negative I can say about it. Build means a lot to me because it was the show that my channel truly grew with. One of my highest viewed videos is about Kamen Rider Build, and at the tail end of the show here, I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. It will be sad to see the end of a great series, but thankfully this is not really the end of Build. Not only will he return in the next crossover movie, and probably an inevitable V Cinema and the Be the One movie once it's subbed here in America. But our next season is a legacy season, so Sento and Ryuga will return, and Build Armor Time will be one of the next Kamen Rider's main forms. As I said, it will be sad to see a great Kamen Rider season coming to a close, but there will be more to talk about for Build, and I will always be ready to start the experiment.